tonight has set you free.
Yes, sir.
Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not
A noob.
more. I am delivered. I don't like
Dying.
no more. I said I like
Living. Living. What's up, everybody? OrdinarySith here, back by popular demand. Actually, just one person in the comment section who wanted to see a series. Anyways, I will be attempting another run of Path of Exile 2. I'll be playing the monk this time. I thought the ice abilities looked cool and nothing better than bonking people with a stick. Honestly, part of the challenges of this game, I'm not gonna lie, is trying to come up with a character name. Why does everybody take names? Don't pick what I want to pick. Let me pick first. Once we escape the hanging block, it is time to begin our journey to godhood. We talked to the stranded man who, still isn't gonna make it. Yeah, sorry, buddy. And, oh no, he's dead. Oh, so sad. Okay, whatever, thanks for the loot. Pow, bonk, pow, bonk. More XP. Give me my skill gems. We will use this to get Falling Thunder, as if we really had a choice. Get to the first boss, Mr. Freak Nasty, who likes to saw people in half. I don't know if the devs nerfed him since I first played, but he seems to die a lot faster than last time. Maybe the witch's minions just suck. I don't know. His minions must suck as well because he dies pretty quick and on the first attempt. Time to head to Clearfell. Renly gives us another skill gem, and as of writing this script, I wonder what these people would have done if I didn't show up. No one attempts to fight back. At least in Baldur's Gate 3, the NPCs try to defend themselves when the goblins first attack. I don't know. Anywho, Glacial Cascade is our next skill. Time to start building up that frost, as you see here, but the real frost won't be happening until mid to late game. Of course, what would our adventure be without me dying to a white mob? Wait, hold on. Not that mob. We take on the Ice Hag, where you can see that I truly am an idiot and use my ice skills on an ice-based boss. Yeah, big brain plays. You know, what's funny is that I didn't die to her that much, mostly the mobs she kept spawning. Anywho, a few attempts later and my strong determination to kill an ice enemy with my ice skills, she finally dies. On our way to the mud burrow to take on some disgusting bugs and a giant worm. Ooh, look at those things. Could you imagine waking up to that? Feeling that crawling on your neck. Ooh, you get a palm strike. You get a palm strike. Everybody gets a palm strike. Okay, Wormy, time for you to wake up. The Devourer also wasn't as bad as last time. The poison still stacks quickly, but other than that, very doable. I hope you got a nice rush of dopamine like I did from killing all those bugs with Falling Thunder. Having a ranged attack option with Glacial Cascade and up close with my bonk stick made this fight feel pretty good. First attempt, but I did almost die at the end. Onward to Yuna to help free the hooded man, which sends us to destroy 3 obelisks and kill the Rust King. Spoiler alert, I still hate this guy and this entire freaking fight. If I have to hear "For the Clan" one more time, I swear, everything about him is terrible. I wish the devs would make the boss stay back and do some kind of projectile attack until all their minions are dead. Instead, you get rushed by all the enemies and God forbid you roll into the direction of another group. Next thing you know, you have the whole map aggro to you, killing you over and over and over. Too many attempts later, the Rust King finally dies, and I get my rune spikes from Renly, which will be used to free the hooded man. Be free. Yuna will now open the way into the grim tangle where we get to fight the druid. Once again, I am reminded of no druid class. When we are finally able to play as a druid, I hope we can stay in animal form. The garbage game known as Diablo 4 only lets you shapeshift briefly when using one of your abilities. I don't like that at all. Pretty fun boss, not too hard, not too easy. Defeating him leads us to the Cemetery of the Eternals. Solomon Grundy wants our help getting through the gate to see his dead family. Draven, well, Simp Draven, holds one of the keys we need. During my first playthrough, this boss made me rage non-stop. I dodged his sword attack, at least I thought I did, only to be lagged back into the swing, taking heavy damage or dying. His dead Discord kitten, who helps him throughout the fight, made it all that more difficult, because now I gotta dodge two of you while lagging. I love it. Often I would lag into her AoE and just die instantly. That green AoE circle of death thing, I don't know what it's called. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. I beat Draven the first time, so all that is left is Asenia, who holds the final key. This fight was surprisingly easy. She could not handle the bonk stick bell combo. She just stood there, dude. She just stood there and took it, really. I did have to roll out of her circle of bones, but other than that, she was cake. Surprising, I know. We've got all 3 keys now. Let's go open that gate. You know, I never understood why this guy attacks me. I literally went out of my way, risked my life to get you into that gate, only for you to hawk out and try and kill me. Have you ever tried using your words? Revengeful Spirit doesn't make sense here because he was kind when I first met him. Can someone in the comments explain? I'm not super good with the lore of this game. Anywho, I'm probably going to say this a lot throughout the video, so my apologies. But this fight, once again, felt easier than my first playthrough. I'm not lagging when those green spirit things kamikaze attack me, and I don't get one shot by his club arm attack. Is that what that is? A club arm attack? Moving on, I am proud to say I did not get walled by the hunting grounds. In fact, it was not bad at all. I noticed these vines were not here before. Not really sure why the change in scenery. While yes, it does add to the area, it also seems like a time waster because some areas are blocked unless you walk a specific path through the vines. This brings up something I wish would be changed in the game: the maps. Maps are way too big, like way too big, and it only gets worse the farther you get into the game. I found a boss, Gloomjaws, who killed me decently quick. I would later learn it was his goons that were the true boss. Gloomjaws died pretty quick to the stick bell combo. Wormy's offspring would drop me this sweet helmet called Wicker Tiara. I don't think it was specifically for my class, but the stats were too good to pass up, and honestly, I never found anything better. Crowbell is a coward. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That thing was getting wrecked and decided to take off running. Oh, don't run now. Don't run. You can't escape the bonk. Come back here. Come back here and face me. Yeah, that's right. We spin to win in this establishment. After that, I disrupted a ritual, spawned in Finn, who tells me something is wrong here. Yeah, obviously, dude. Then I go destroy the rest of the rituals. On a rare occasion, I didn't get obliterated by a white mob. Wow, story of the century. I make my way to destroy the remaining rituals. Finn yaps some more. The king of the mists is not a real king. He's a poser. This dude stood no chance against me. All I need is my handy dandy stick, my bell, and it's a GG. Let's head back to Finn to get our reward. Hey everyone, Sith from the future here. So I accidentally cut out the part where Finn gives me a reward. It's just a resistance charm to cold, electricity, and fire. I took the cold one to stay on theme as an icy boy. So please forgive me for that. I am still new to this and I will try and do better next time. Lands, I don't even know if I said that right. I'm extremely confident I did not say that right. Anyways, we make it to the farmlands. We pick up Yuna's loot. She gives us a book of specialization as our reward. Fight this boss, who, you guessed it, stood no chance. I'm telling you people. Bonk stick, bell, freezing, rinse and repeat. Free Latus, and before I go back to Clearfell, I pick up Renly's tools, which did not feel worth getting. It took me forever to find them. Once again, map too big. Latus gives us a level 5 skill gem used to unlock Ice Strike, replacing our regular bonk attack. With a new bonk attack that does ice damage. So fancy. Fancy.
The guard to round up everyone in the village, and when we resisted, they burned it to the ground. Enter the manor. Take our vengeance upon him.
Let's turn in these side quests and make our way to the manor to go get revenge for someone else who doesn't even bother to help us. On the way there, I fought this boss, Candlemass, who is just fodder. Really demonstrates the bad balancing in this game. A regular mob of enemies would have wiped the floor with that thing.
Husband, this interloper has the power we need. Kill him, and you shall have everything I promise.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself! We'll see about that.
Geonor wasn't a bad boss. He is a 2-phase fight. I almost killed him before his phase transition. I felt like that wasn't supposed to happen. The other bosses I faced transitioned a little under half health, but he kept yapping, so I kept swinging. The second phase, that's another story. The second phase is a bit annoying. The drive-by attacks are sometimes hard to predict which way they're coming from. One of them connected with me and of course killed me. I'm surprised I was able to consistently freeze him considering he is an ice-based boss. He goes down after one attempt.
And I am ravenous. Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment. The madness, it consumed my being. Oriana used it against me. Where has she taken the beast? I found messages from the desert. From the Vastiri? Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness. As you wish. We must make haste. Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
Let's wrap up these quests, and we're moving to Act 2.
We must pursue Oriana. The seed of corruption has begun to grow, but there is still a chance that we can end this before it is too late. The fledgling beast is leaving corruption in its wake, so we have a trail to follow. When you are ready to part from this place, we can leave immediately. The trail. The Countess has escaped with the beast. Every attempt to control it has ended in cataclysm. We must pursue her to the plains of Bastille. We should find the Marikath caravan. Only they can lead us through that harsh and unforgiving land.
Sir, we have arrived. The Bastille.
This outpost seems to be part of a trade route, so we should be able to find a Marikath caravan. They are an honorable people, and I have no doubt they will assist us.
You are seeking passage on our caravan? We cannot travel anywhere at the moment. Hyenic raiders are harassing the trade route ahead. For the time being, we are stuck here.
I have to say, I like the design of the starting area in Act 2. Unfortunately, that admiration will quickly leave when this boss soft-locked me for literally a whole day. Wrathbreaker is the demon hyena boss you have to kill to catch a ride with the caravan. Well, apparently they have a habit of bugging out. I was unable to respawn even though I had just gotten that checkpoint. So I Alt F4, please enjoy my frogs, I love that wallpaper. Load back in and still cannot get anything to work. I tried everything to get them unstuck. I left the area, tried to reload my character, went back to Act 1, in an attempt to reset the world. I even let the regular hyenas kill me. Nothing worked until I loaded the game the next day, and I finally killed the boss. I honestly have no idea what happened there. Anyways, let's just go make our way to this caravan.
You defeated the raiders? Fate sends us a fortuitous stranger. Welcome to the Adura Agara. You may travel with us in exchange for your service as a Jingak, and you will have nearly the respect of one of our own for as long as you stay.
The beast is on the move, twisting the desert as it goes, waking ancient dead and unknown horrors alike. The Countess brought it here as part of some nefarious plan. I assume she has allies here. We must track them down and convince them to give up this madness.
I am Asala, the Sekima of the Ardura. I care not where you came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All that matters is that you have shown yourself capable in battle, Jingak. Remain a friend to the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us. So, the beast has entered the world once more. We were following a trail of corruption before we were waylaid, and now we shall resume the hunt. We Marikath are honored bound to seek and contain corruption wherever it may be found. It seems the sacred duty falls on us once more. The trail connects to 2 locations, but we don't know where the beast currently resides. I am willing to begin wherever you and your shade thinks is wisest.
Boy, my witch would have loved all these minions.
And stopped.
The Halani gates are closed for the first time in 1,000 years. This can only be related to the beast. We should investigate the Faradan's camp in the halls of Modon and demand answers.
Pyromaniac over here is blocking my progress, so time to die.
Insane? Shut your mouth, traitor!
Nothing really to watch out here for except her flamethrower. I iframed rolled out of it, which I didn't think was possible due to that not working when I tried to do it with enemy ice attacks. Definitely must be a skill issue there. Ooh, that sounds painful.
Winds praise you. 1,000 praises, my friend. I thought I would die here. Please, take me back to your caravan, and I will tell you anything you want to know.
This Balbalak will live or die based on her usefulness in pursuit of the beast. Ask her what questions you will, then we Ardura will decide her fate.
I know what Jaman Ra intends. Atop the burial spires of Deshar lie the Marikath's most honored dead. The king has become driven by madness to seek any trace of ancient flesh, from those of renown or power in life. He intends to feed their bodies to the horrific creature he keeps in a cage behind his throne. They call it the Beast. I have seen it, and the sight haunts my nightmares. The Halani gates are closed. Then Jaman-Ra must have succeeded in capturing them. He planned to close the gates to prevent the Maraket from interrupting his harvest. A siege from the front would be impossible now. But there is another way. An ancient passage lost to time. It was used by the traitor Balbala. I can show you where it is, if you will use it to stop Jaman-Ra before it is too late.
So, the outcasts have raised their new king from the grave, and he seeks to violate Deshar, to feed our honored dead to the beast. Such a transgression. Those vile dogs. Our city of the dead lies beyond the Halani gates. We should move to crush the Ferridan immediately. Let us see if this defector's information is truthful. Infiltrate this supposed passage, find your way to the top of the gates without being detected, and then call for aid. I shall answer.
All right, time to go deal with this traitor. God forbid anybody else do their own work. You know, I'm kind of starting to feel like this game is a series of fetch quests. Go get these rune spikes. Go get keys. Go get my tool. Go get my loot. Go get the horn. I don't think you NPCs are putting your best foot forward. Anyways, Balbala was an okay boss, kind of annoying, dashing back and forth. Took me 3 tries, but it's an okay fight, I guess. She drops a token to be used for trials, and oh boy, just wait until we get to those. Time to go off with the half-naked lady, open up some doors, and prepare to get to the second gate. I'm pretty confident this NPC is strictly here for show. I swear she does nothing to help in the fights except one part in the boss fight when she shields me from the wind. She may be hitting people. I know you see her hitting people, but I assure you she is doing nothing. Yeah, I don't know how to say that. I know names are said in the game, but I'm here to tell you guys I have a goldfish memory. Yeah, thanks ADHD. So, now, his name is Jam. Just Jam. Jam runs away behind magical sand because of course he does. Why make anything simple for me?
This is no natural sandstorm. We must battle sorcery with sorcery. Let us return to the caravan and entreat Zarka's wisdom.
Jaman-Ra can control the sands? Oh, this was not an ability he had in life. It must be born of corruption. There is something in the tales that could help us overcome such a power. It was said that the horn of the Vastiri could control the winds. I believe the horn's location has been lost to time, but perhaps it is possible that we can reconstruct it. We would have to retrace the steps of our greatest heroine, Orbala, on her final adventure. Speak to Asala. She knows the tale and where it might take us. Let her know how you wish to begin. Or you may seek my wisdom if you have further questions.
Ah, yes. The Horn of the Vestiri. I know the tale. The ancient city of Keth, the Badlands, and the Valley of the Titans. We can retrace Orbala's steps in any order.
So now we have to gather pieces of Exodia, starting with tusks from the steed. I am going to make this perfectly clear, so there is no way to misinterpret what I'm about to say. Whoever designed this quest, I hope every day for the rest of your life you stub your toe at unexpected times. I'm talking about a really bad stub. The one that makes you go, oh, I can't feel my toe. It's broken. It's burning. Why would you make it so that I have to kill the steed first to get the tusks. Nothing in the game indicated that I needed to do that. That spin to win was out of anger, not victory. Thanks to some kind stranger on Reddit, I was able to complete the quest, but yeah, that's really annoying. As for the bosses, it was an okay fight. Next up is this sorry excuse for Colossus. Colossi? Colossi? Whatever. Words are hard. He went down fast and his minions faster. One might say I took his Colossi. Moving on. The Forsaken Son is what I can only assume the brother of Freak Nasty from the beginning of the game. I mean, just look at them. Like many before him, he cannot stand up against the stick, ice, and metal.
Immortal. Oh, at last. Please, end my suffering. My followers are long since dust, and I am but parchment. My veins dry as sand. None remember my name, and none think of me. I awoke from my long slumber, unable to move. My time has passed. I ask you, mortal, to use that one element that may finally end me. My opposite. Fire. It must be done.
Ooh. Sorry I looted your temple before burning you. Sorry about that.
I am hesitant to allow you access to Sacred Deshar, but better a single Jingak than an army of spiteful enemies. Our city of the dead must be protected, no matter the cost.
Jam is such a trash boss. He comes off as powerful and blah blah blah, but keeps running and throwing these trash, weak bosses my way to slow me down. Old Forearms over here is super easy to fight, just don't get caught in that fire breath attack. His melee attacks don't even hit that hard. Like I say in my other videos, you got this, take your time, and I believe in you.
We now have their trail. They will not escape. Ready yourself. We must prevail, no matter what.
We fight to the end.
I'm going to be honest here, guys. I was disappointed I could not hop on that ballista. You can't just show me that and not let me hop on it. I mean, I don't know who I would have shot, but, you know, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. I say that as I hit an enemy and my game DCs me. Jam is no challenge in Phase 1. Phase 2, on the other hand, is pretty difficult. Lots of projectile spamming that will wreck you quickly. You'll be dipping into them hit-and-run tactics, which can be annoying at times, I know, but I also know you can do it. Conveniently, our follower took no damage while she was knocked out. Crazy. She claims the kill, over here killjacking. Maybe I wanted to take his head off. I did all the work.
It is done. The war is over. I have given him an honorable death. This may prove to heal the wound between the Ferdan and the Marraketh. Return with me. I must address my people.
On to the trials. They suck. That's it, they suck. The first one was fine, boring, but fine. It's like playing a roguelike game. You have different branches you can follow, different items you can buy in between levels if you happen to get the merchant branch. Debuffs are applied, but not well thought out debuffs in my opinion. I understand wanting to give a challenge, but some of those debuffs break your build and make the enemy feel like they are impossible to beat. chaos trials is what I'm talking about here. Once you have beaten the floors, the levels, whatever you want to call them, you face a boss at the end. After that, you get to pick through bronze, silver, or gold chest, depending on the keys you have. And yeah, you get some garbage tier loot, at least in my experience. I ended up going with Invoker as my ascendancy. I felt that was pretty thematic for my Icy Boy build. Or should I say Sub-Zero, like everybody is spamming on YouTube. Come look at this Sub-Zero build. Oh, I'm Sub-Zero. Oh.
My worst fears have been realized. The beast is beyond our means now.
I must know the truth if I am to continue.
You're right. I have not been entirely forthcoming. It is time I told you who I truly am. I am a god. I am the thief of virtue. I am sin. And I have failed once again. It was I who created the beast. A seed of corruption that now threatens to grow anew. And it is my responsibility. As it is my creation that once again threatens all of Rayclast. It is by my hand that it must be contained. All I can ask is that, knowing who I am, you still see the importance of our task. The beast has grown beyond our ability to contain it. We must search for something greater than we currently possess. Something that can drain its power and bring it back to a more manageable form. While I slumbered under the numbing effects of corruption, there was an empire that mastered the use of that deadly energy. We must go to the jungles of the long-ago Val. Their ruins may yet hold the secrets we need. That is where we must go, to the sunken city of Utsa. It is our only hope.
Yes, we can take you to the edge of the desert. Then we will continue to track the beast. You must find a way to contain it. When we find out where it is being taken, we will seek you out. Until then, may the winds ever be calm on your backs. Move swiftly.
The beast has grown too powerful. We can no longer contain it through mortal means. There was once an empire that embraced corruption. They studied it, mastered it, and became the greatest civilization the world has ever known. But it led to their destruction. Our allies will continue the pursuit of the beast, but we shall undertake a different search. We must go to the ruins of the Val Empire, in search of a weapon against the coming cataclysm.
Finally, we make it to Act 3. I'm going to be honest with you guys and give you my honest feedback. Those of you that have been around know I don't hold back how I feel about a game. I could not get through Act 3. It got to the point I felt like I was going in non-stop circles because the maps are way too large. I had a couple of resets for seemingly no reason. The feeling of doing fetch quests non-stop drove me insane, making me feel bored with the game. I'm sure all you have noticed that I mentioned white mobs a lot throughout this video. That was done purposely. I wanted to really drive home how bad the balance of the game currently is. For the most part, I annihilated the bosses I went up against. That includes major bosses, side bosses. I don't know if some of these other ones are counted as optional bosses, but you get the point. Yet, when it came to regular mobs, I felt like I was in a Call of Duty Sweatfest lobby. I needed to play perfectly or near perfectly, or I would die and have to restart all the way at whatever checkpoint I left off at. The part where these enemies are throwing ice balls that shoot spikes out damage me so fast I have next to no time to react. I don't want to say this is an issue with me being new or not having a good enough build, because for the past almost, I don't know, what's been like an hour now, you've seen me wreck bosses while only dying a few times or not at all. I understand this game is in early access, but that was over a month ago. The developers have no problem dishing out nerfs, which is fair if something is unbalanced, such as one-shotting an in-game boss. But where's the nerf to the regular mobs wrecking me almost instantly? I've read numerous posts on the subreddit for Path of Exile asking for this, asking for some kind of nerf, some kind of hitbox change, anything. And honestly, I believe that anybody who tries to be vocal about the game, give any form of actual valid criticism, is told, "You're a loser, game's not for you, skill issue, get good." All the other insults that people want to throw the split second you touch their beloved fandom, whatever that is. A hard game is fine. I love Souls games, Sekiro, Elden Ring, etc. But there is a difference between being hard and unfair and being hard but fair. I just don't think Path of Exile 2 is there yet. These Steam reviews pretty much sum up what I've just said and how some of the things I'm feeling and other people are feeling, and at the same time points out the insults that start to get hurled at people if they give valid criticism. Look at this post. All these are valid points to the game. So there's no reason why somebody should be bashed or anything else like that. I don't mean to turn this into a game review. As I said in previous videos, it's hard to review early access games. This is just me venting some frustrations. That'll do it for this one, folks. Let me know your thoughts about Path of Exile 2 in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel. As always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.